if you're watching the audio-only version of GDIME today, then I recommend checking out the video just for a quick visual gag. And then you can go back to your audio-only experience. Well, Elliot. Welcome to episode 8 of Graphic Design is My Elliot, GDIME. Specifically, GDIME 8. GDIME, mate. GDIME, mate. It's the only time I'll ever be able to say that. GDIME, mate. Shout out to the person who picked up on that. I would have absolutely looked over it. Specifically, again, GDIME After Dark, episode 1. Because I was busy during the day, so now I'm filming it at 10 p.m. For extra cozy vibes. Bleh. The happiest of Tuesdays to you all. It is truly Elliot time. We'll pause for the thumbnail. That will be a shocker. On the menu for today, addressing the thumbnail change of my latest video, updates for my next video, and something else. Welcome everyone to GDIME. All right, I'm going to stop tilting my head as much. Excuse me as I just enjoy and get really comfortable here because I'm feeling cozy. I've got my light on, which is the only thing that's kind of annoying, but otherwise I'm just going to enjoy just lying here for a bit, and I'll occasionally glance over, but you can hardly see my face anyway. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. Just lying here, chatting with you all. No clone to piss me off. Just us. And that's what GDIME's all about. It's a bond that is formed. It's this private connection. It's a one-on-one thing. Yeah, it's just me and you. But you are a collective. But it's still one-on-one because technically me and you is one-on-one. Where am I going with this? Hey guys, how I hope you're all doing well. It feels good to be doing another GDIME. I almost forgot to do it today, which is crazy, but that's because I was out today. I actually was seeing the Barbie movie with my mother. And we'll talk about that one later. I don't want to piss anyone because I was upset. I felt hurt, but I'm just kidding, guys. I'm critical of it for other reasons, but we'll go into that later. No, hardly. We'll go into it right now. I didn't really. I enjoyed Barbie, but it could have been a lot better. I feel there's a really good video essay that was uploaded today. Okay, by Broe Deschanel. Broe Deschanel. It's like Zoe Deschanel, but Broe Deschanel. I think it's called I'm cynical about Barbie, and it is so good. And sums up everything I fucking felt watching it, and I can highly recommend it. Highly recommend watching that. Check it out. That says anything that I can say better than anything I can see. It's so good. So I can recommend that. But I thought it's still. I was laughing. I was crying. I was singing along. It was all that stuff. I really thought. I'll tell you one thing though. There are two things. One, I think there should have been a scene where at the very end, I think this is not a spoiler, this is just a dream scenario, where they publicly execute Will Ferrell's character. I think that would have been awesome. Someone assassinates him, maybe. There's this assassin Barbie or something, someone straight up kills him. I think that would have been fun. And then 2, I was convinced, based on my friends talking about it, that the phrase "I am Knuff" would have appeared in that film. Would have been said. The words would have been said out loud. Okay? I don't think they were. Maybe they were. Maybe I missed it. I was looking out for it though, I'll tell you what. I heard "I am enough" many times. I don't know if I heard "I am Knuff." Correct me if I'm wrong. But the only time I did witness it was when Ryan Gosling is wearing a hoodie that says "I am Knuff." A hoodie that isn't stylistic for a movie, but is merch. You look at it and you go, that's merch. That's merch for the movie. And it is merch for the movie. You can buy that hoodie, and they just sit on the frame for a little bit too long. Just a little bit too. It was unnecessary. He just said, "Goodbye, Barbie," and then he waved. And it was just a little bit too long, and I already know 2 people who have bought that fucking sweater. Anyway, a lot of my issues with it are about how, all the Chevrolet ads and all that. A lot of ads really threw me out of it. Anyway, whatever. Watch the video essay and then we'll talk. Or not. I don't know. When me and my mother talked about it a lot. It was good chat. Guys, the featured item of the week, if we bring it up here, we'll just do this actually. Guys, this is very exciting news. Have a look at this. I've got a physical featured item of the week. It's right here. Everybody say, ooh, whoa. That's right. Since last GDIME, your boy has acquired a camera. He has acquired a new camera. It is the Sony FX30 with a Tamron 17 to 28mm lens. On the day GDIME uploaded, a very, very kind GDIMer messaged and was like, hey, you said you were looking for a camera rec. I know your stuff. I'm a camera nerd. Let me tell you what I think. And I was like, I back you so hard. Like, just the best opinion. And I went and did it. And I've played around with this for a little bit. This beautiful, beautiful tax deduction that I hold in my hand. I played around with this for a little bit. Guys, the next video is going to be incredible. It's actually not. I wish I had it for the clone video. That would have been a lot better. I would have got a lot more use out of it. The next one's kind of just going to be one. I don't think I'm going to do 5 different angles. I'm probably just going to have time to do the one angle. But it's still really nice camera, really nice lens. Thank you to everyone who reached out with all that. It was a very, very shared opinion that the Sony FX30 was the way to go. And Tamron was definitely the brand of lens. And I was leaning towards that anyway. I just forgot to mention it last week. I was talking about the Sarui last week, the anamorphic lens. A fuckhead. I don't know what I was talking about. Everyone corrected me, and I was like, yes, you're so right. What was I thinking? Anyway, very happy with that. Very happy with it. Another ELLIOT news. So my 2 outdoor plants are both infested. One's got aphids that just won't go away. A new leaf spawned. It was covered with flying aphids. They had wings this time. Finally, it grows a new fucking stem covered in flying. They jumped on it. They jumped on the new growth and just destroyed it. And I didn't even notice until today. And I was like, what the hell? It freaked me out. And then the next one's got spider mites, but I haven't seen the spider mites for a while, so I think we're safe. But in devastating news, my beautiful philodendron Congo that I really thought I figured out, I've noticed that the newest leaf that it spawned has these little circles on it, and they've got these yellow rings outside the brown circles, and it's got a fungal infection. So I'm going to be treating that with some copper stuff that I've got from Bunnings. But I'm really sad about this, guys. I can't do it anymore. Why do plants have so many issues? I'm in an apartment building. Why am I getting flying aphids in an apartment? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'll tell you what, look, I've had whiteflies, aphids, and now fungal infections. What can I do to stop all that? I've had enough. I'll tell you what, the monsteras are hardy plants. They're good. Shout out to monsteras. I absolutely adore them. I want to just get monsteras, to be honest. Even my umbrella tree over here is giving me issues. The bird of paradise had whiteflies. The umbrella tree is just fussy. I'm giving it everything it needs and it's fussy. I think it's still adjusting. The fiddle leaf fig has actually somehow managed to survive. I might have told you guys about this, but there was a time where I bought that fiddle leaf fig and it showed up at the door. And it was in the elevator. They got it delivered because I don't have a car. Fuck me. And I chucked it in the elevator and I went up. And someone got in with me and was like, oh my God, is that a fiddle leaf fig? I said, yes, it is. And she goes, oh, good luck. And I was like, huh? And she goes, oh, trust me, that thing's going to die. I was like, okay. And she's like, yeah, I had one dropping leaves every day until it was gone. Good luck. Huh? I was like, okay, sure. Thank you for that. Got it home. I've lost, I think, 2 leaves in its entire life. 2 leaves, and I'm damn proud of that. Can I just say, I've taken good care of that plant, and it pays off with a beautiful, beautiful foliage. I love the fiddle leaf fig. I wish it was a bit more shiny, but you can clean it and you can polish it in a way, but I just don't. Jesus, nope. Drop my sound effects. Run report, didn't run. In fact, I haven't run in like 3 weeks. I've got a big run on Sunday. We're doing City to Surf on Sunday, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna aim, I think, for a time at like 4 minutes 50 splits, maybe around 5 minutes. There's a big hill in the middle that'll be challenging, so we'll see how we go. But I think it should be a good little challenge for myself to get back into the mindset of a competitive racer. But who knows? Honestly, who knows? I think it is a fun run. I will enjoy the fun run aspect of it. I look forward to that, so I will still do that. But I'm keen for that run. But otherwise, no running. Sorry, no run reports because I just haven't been running, and I've just been using the time to YouTube. You know, that's what I was doing today. YouTube. Definitely not seeing a movie. Yeah, look, when I have one thing on during a day, everything gets thrown. I got coffee with Chris Andrew Small, a friend who's a beautifully talented artist and graphic designer. Look him up, Chris Andrew Small, Chris with a K. Fantastic artist and designer. He's released a collection with Adidas, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. He's amazing. And we had a coffee yesterday. We chatted for 2 hours just about content, about work, about graphic design, all that stuff. It was lovely. Got nothing done for the rest of the day. Got nothing done. Just, I was like, that's my thing. I'm like, what? It's come over me. I was meant to get a video out at the start of next week. I think I still can, but we've just got a few more. We'll talk about that soon. I do want to talk about the clone video right now. Okay. I'm going to rant. I'm going to rant for a little bit just because this is not like this whole thing hasn't been a rant, but this is really, it got to me. Okay. The clone video, it got to me. Last time we checked in, this time last week, the clone video had been up for, I think at time of recording, 12 hours. And it was a 2 of 10. I think it was doing well. It was doing well and it was chasing the every program video. Okay. It might have been a 1 of 10. In fact, it was doing pretty well. It slowed down a lot. Okay. It was a 2 of 10 for a while. It was still doing like 5,000 views ahead of the 100 posters in 100 minutes video. Okay. And then that one overtook it today. And it's not showing any signs of life, the video, effectively. I have never had more comments, more messages, more public affection in my life towards a video. Never had more people tell me this is a fucking good video. Never had more belief in myself that it is a fucking good video. And they say this, all these big YouTubers say this, but when the product is good and the packaging is bad, no one sees the product. And that's what's going on with me. And I just don't know how to package this video, and it kills me because I just know if people see it, they will like it because everyone's been liking it. It's been people are watching more than half of it. Usually they only watch 30% of my videos. More than half. That's ridiculous. The numbers, everything says it's good. Everything says it's going great, but I just can't figure it out. 3% click-through rate, the old thumbnail and title had. I cloned myself in Blender. 3%. Huh? That's so low. Usually I get like 4.5 to like 7, but I've never had as low as 3. I don't think 3 is shocking for a video that should be getting a lot of love from YouTube based on how many people like stick through to the end. 3%. So I was like, okay, something's wrong here. And today I decided last night, just before I closed my eyes, put the phone in the other room, and I woke up and I was like, shit, I gotta go get my phone. I have an idea. And I changed the title today. Instead of I cloned myself in Blender, I changed it to I replaced my twin with an AI clone. And I changed the thumbnail to a photo of me in this very room with like hanging out with the clone in a way that looked more real and that might be funnier and a bit freakier. I think the packaging is better. I think this is the better way of doing it. I hope it is. We won't know until I only changed it like a few hours ago. We won't know it probably for another week. Okay. And I'm probably going to change the thumbnail and title every week until something sticks, because I truly think that this video, and I very much just want to leave it and be happy with it and be like, cool, you did it. It's an amazing video. Don't worry about it. But God, 1, I have to hit a certain amount of views to get the Squarespace sponsor thing all done. And 2, I just want people to see it. I really do. I want my subscribers to see it. Only a third of, even if all the views are from subscribers, only a third of my subscribers have seen it. That sucks. That sucks. It feels like Instagram, you know, with people not being able to see stuff. And I thought YouTube was really good at like flipping that. But it is tough because it's not a graphic design video, and a lot of people kind of came on board because of the graphic design stuff I've been doing recently. So it's a bit tricky. But I at least thought there was a Blender community. But there is. There is. It's just I think what happens is when my subs, my graphic designers fan subs see the video and they're like, oh, that's not graphic design, I'm not interested, and they move on. Then it's just telling YouTube, hey, don't bother. If his own subscribers don't really like it, then move on. And I'm like, shit, okay. So I repackaged it in a way that kind of pushed the twin thing, because I think that's a good part of I think as well, when you watch the video and it starts with, I'm a twin, I think it ties in better with the title now. People know what to expect a bit more. I didn't really want to spoil the ending, but I think it's necessary. I think AI is obviously a trendy topic right now, and I think it just makes sense to include that in. I have other ideas of how I could change AI clone to just to replace him with a 3D clone. Could also be a good title, but because the thumbnail right now doesn't really match the AI clone thing, but maybe it still does. It's still the clone. There's a good way of representing an AI clone, I guess. I really hope that at least it goes up from 3%. That's what I would just really like, because it's kind of packaged as a completely different video now. So that's what I'm really hoping for. I would just like people to see it. I really want to thank everyone who has commented or sent a message or anyone. Like, it's just been the polar opposites of like having the nicest things and then just not being reflected in the view count. But I really do. I will look back on a lot of those comments when I'm making the next one, just because it's very motivating to know that I can make a good video. And I thought I could before, and then doing this one, I'm like, oh no, this is it. This is the one, you know, this is the new benchmark. Not that I'm going to the next videos I'm going to make are going to go under that benchmark, but this is like for when there will be an idea, I imagine maybe later in the year, that I kind of go, okay, this is the new one. We're going to top that Blender video, you know? This is going to be the one. If I could redo the 100 posters in 100 minutes video, that would be I'd be like, we can do it. I'd love to have a go at that video again, personally. But yeah, it's just been frustrating, but it's part of the fucking job. It's just what it is. It's just, yeah. I really hope the new packaging works. It would make my life a lot more. I just wouldn't have to think in it too much. I've had to I removed YouTube Studio, which is the analytics app, from my home screen, so I didn't have to think about it as much, and I blocked the analytics site on my computer, so I didn't have to go on it as well. And I didn't look at the stats of it for like 3 days, because I was just obsessed with refreshing it and checking every hour. Being like, I changed my thumbnail for like an hour, or like overnight. I changed it overnight on like Wednesday, and it went like, the click-through rate went down, and I was like, fuck, changed it back. And I was like, what was the point of doing it? And there was just no point of changing it then. You got to be patient. You got to be so patient with it. But I'm very impatient. So I kind of tried to make sure I couldn't see all of those analytics stuff. And I've never felt more at peace with a video not doing too well, because in my head, I was just like, oh, it's all good. Most of my videos take a week to truly kick off. So it's probably blown up by now. And I went for those 3 days, just telling myself, it's probably blown up by now. You're sweet. You're set. No worries. And I felt so good just thinking that, even though it wasn't true. I didn't want to check. I just trusted. I was like, yeah, it's blown up by now. Awesome. Time to work on the next one. And then I got half of the next video done in like 2 days. And then I was like, oh, I should probably check. And I checked. And the last 24 hours, I've been checking and I've been checking and I've been checking. And it's so frustrating. So I think tomorrow I'm going to do it again. I'm going to see overnight. I'm just purely curious to see if the thumbnail, if the click-through rate goes down, I'm going to change it back. Or make a new one, I guess. But I want to give it a week. I really want to give it a week and just see what happens. And just not touch it. Then a week later, unless someone messages me being like, you're blowing up, I just like sit back and let it happen. So it's terribly frustrating, but that's part of the fun. Thank you though for all the support on the video. I do really appreciate it. It was so nice to read all those lovely comments. So thank you. the next video is a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to share it with you all. To give you a little sneak peek, I've been posting some snippets on my story of because it's the same program, it's the same design in programs that I made for graphic design. Some of the ones I've done so far that I've shared on Instagram have been Fortnite. There's the Fortnite creative mode that you can make stuff in. The Sims, I did the Sims the other day. I don't think I shared that one, but I did do the Sims. And that one turned out really fun. I did the iPhone notes. I didn't share that. That one turned out actually really well. Fun one too. If you remember, Lewis did one in my last Every Program video. My mom came over today after Barbie, and she designed one for the first time she's ever designed anything. So that was really fun as well. That's going to be sick. The next one on the list is Strava, which is the running app. So I will literally run a design, which I'm dreading because Australia, Sydney specifically, does not have a grid, you know? There's no real grid, really, apart from like the CBD, but even then it's hardly a grid. So it's going to be difficult. I don't really want to run around the city either, but I think I might have to. And I'm gonna somehow work out how to trace that. I might trace it tonight and figure it out, but that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. But yeah, that video is gonna be really fun. I'm really, really keen to share it with you all. And I think I ended up with a list of like 40 different programs thanks to posting on my story. So I think I'm gonna do a part 2. I think that's the plan for the 2 remaining videos in the Squarespace contract. I think we're doing a part 1 and we're doing a part 2. Because the Every Program video is doing really well again suddenly. It's getting like 10,000 views a day. So I think it'd be good to tie those that momentum in together. I think that'd be fun. So that's something to look forward to. I'm really enjoying making that video. It's once again another thing of just I need to sit down and start doing it every time, and tomorrow's going to be a big day for that. So I look forward to that. But yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. I'm very excited. Another thing is we're just like chatting with Chris and seeing the type of creator that he's become got me really inspired. I left that coffee yesterday feeling so good, so good about what I'm doing and what I want to do. And it was really good chatting with someone who's kind of like created a brand for himself in a way where he's got like this, you know, he's got this Adidas collaboration. He's doing this exhibition over in London very soon. Like he's got all these installations kind of later on in the year and stuff and doing all these shows. And like he's really worked like a brand kind of thing that I really like. And that's something that I'm kind of like thinking about pursuing later. So it was really good chatting with someone about all that. And just trying to figure out where I want to go. Because it is fun being a content creator and it's fun being a graphic designer, but I'd like to be more of a artist, I guess is the word, right? In a sense that like I'm doing things like the classic making content, but I want to do it still in a way that is art. And it very much is art to me. I'd like to think it's my art. I put a lot of time into it, a lot of love into it. And I'd like to think it's my art. But I want people to look at it and go, that's art as well. And I'm sure some people might, but a lot of people I'm sure will just see it as content. And one day I hope to spin it in a way that's more arty, but not in a wanky way. More in like a, whoa, that's like subversive. And like I said, not in a wacky way. Whoa, that's subversive. That's like the way he uploaded a video and the entire thing is upside down. Whoa, he uploaded a video and he's not even in it. He's just not there. It's just can you imagine that? Hypothetically, a video where every shot is just empty and it just cuts around and then even the screen share stuff, like I'm there, I'm designing, but no narration, no noise. There's the music playing. It's just the video without me. And at times maybe check the words in the subtitles or something. That'd be wild. How subversive. God. I was thinking of just changing the title of the video to just a full stop, and then I that idea went out of my head really quickly, about as quickly as I came in. In exciting news, I got platinum with Jamie in Street Fighter 6. For those who are playing at home, platinum, which means that I'm okay at the game. I thought that when you hit platinum, you couldn't go down to gold. And I'm embarrassed to say that I'm back in gold. I'm back in gold 5. I got complacent and I got deranked, and then I got frustrated, and then I started playing like shit, and I kept going, oh, you'll win it back. I was gambling with my rank. And then I dropped. I dropped further and further. And I think I've won 1 game in my last 10 games. I'm playing a new level of bad. I blame the tools, the controllers shit. There's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, yes, of course. The bear, okay? I want to talk about the bear. Shut up, Siri. That was Siri on my watch. I'm going to talk about the bear. Season 2. I finished it the other night. I'm going to spoil it. I want to talk about this in full spoiler mode. So if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch The Bear. It's one of the best things, if not the best thing I've ever seen. It resonated with me on another level. I simply love the show so much. Please do watch it. But let's do a little bit of bear chat, just very quickly, just to wrap this GDIME up. Okay. I was in a real rut at the end of last week with all this analytics stuff, and I think I got to it was like probably Sunday night, maybe Friday night, doesn't matter. And I was just sitting around and I was like, fuck, I'm miserable. I was like, I'm really quite miserable. This video is not doing well. I keep checking the numbers. I'm getting nothing done. This sucks. And I wasn't like responding to my friends, and I was in a really weird mood. And it was just like off, and it was annoying, and I didn't know why, and it was frustrating me. And I was like, Elliot, stop this. Don't just play Street Fighter like you do and try and like just push through it with a bit of Street Fighter. Try and do something that you think will genuinely inspire you and you'll enjoy. And I had 2 episodes of The Bear left, and I watched both, and I was rejuvenated. When I tell you how my spirit was healed from that TV show, and how much I was moved by that fucking finale with the banana, oh my God. I was just I haven't been in awe of a TV show, I don't think, ever, and very rarely any kind of media, right, has got me just sitting there being like, oh my God, does it actually get any better than this? That is how I felt watching that finale. I was truly like, does it get any better than this? Or is this perfection? Because it is something else. That whole show, season 1, I thought you're just like getting introduced to this family. You're just like, who are these people? And they're meeting, and they're becoming this family. And then season 2, you just see them. Every single one gets this so much more depth. And the love that they have for each other, and the love that the show has for itself. The actors, how much they love each other. It's just, there's so much love in it. And you just look at that show, and you just look at the people involved, and you just go, how lucky, right? Isn't that what we all want to do? Work on something, anything with a team that's just so in love with what they do, right? And just so passionate about what they have as a piece, as an art. And that's all that show is. It's just a labor of love from everyone involved. That episode, I think 5, with all the celebrity cameos, was just incredible. But it really just was the build up to that finale and just the whole structure of the season. Richie, oh my God, Richie's episode was just incredible. Just going from, I fucking hate this guy, he needs to go, what is he doing, to just the most lovable, the voice of reason. Claire Bear. Oh, beautiful TV. If you've watched this, if you're still listening and you haven't watched it yet, then you can still, I didn't actually spoil too much, so please do watch it. But no, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe how good it was. And yeah, I finished the show, and I just went to bed, and I was like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. Like, what I'm doing, like, that was the thing. I was like, I can appreciate what I'm just like, appreciate the video. Appreciate that you are good at what you do, and you did it. And that's really cool. And you don't need to worry about the numbers right now. Just enjoy what you've done and appreciate that. and know that you will do more of it and it will get better. This is not the only time I can make a video that good. I can do it again. I know that I can now. And it's just good. It's just good. I can make stuff and make it good, and people will like it, and I will like it, and I will look back and go, nice, good job. And I just went to bed so happy after that show. And I'm so grateful for that show. It was exactly what I needed at that point. Exactly what I needed these last few months. Every time I've watched it, I felt so inspired. And yeah, I just been feeling flat sometimes, you know? But it's been really just kicking me in the ass and being like, you're doing, you know, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the fun. Enjoy the ride. It doesn't give up. It doesn't matter about, like, you get so swept up in these YouTubers who, you know, have been obsessed with fucking wondering how Brandon Shepherd gets these millions of views. Crazy for his graphic design videos. Crazy amount of views. I go, how does he do? Oh, how can I refine my stuff? Like, stop. Like, just, I'm like, stop. Elliot, stop. Stop. You're not even in the same, you're not doing the same thing. It's just different. Everyone's different. And I think my stuff works best because it is me. And I just need to focus on me and just keeping it to me. And just thinking as much as, how can I make this as me as possible? And that's what's got me this far. And that's what I need to keep doing. I can't just because I had that one video blow up doesn't mean I need to change, you know? I never changed that title. I never changed that thumbnail. That was always what I wanted. But it was just me. And I've been, I think, trying to get a lot of feedback from everyone else about what title will work best, what thumbnail will work best. And it's making me confused because I'm losing sense of what I like and what I find is good and what I look for in a video. And that's what I need to go back to. So I'm going to trust myself more, I think, going forward. Thank you for being my therapist today, obviously. Bloody hell. And I'm just keen. I'm keen. I'm just excited. This has been a great chat for me tonight as well. I was feeling a bit flat too. I'm just sitting here eating dinner, being like, oh, I'll do GDIME. I'll play some Street Fighter first. Blah, 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 blah. No. Good. And I hope, and my message to all of you, you lovely, 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 beautiful GDIMers, is that if you create, and if you are lucky enough to be a maker, a creator, someone who puts things together, then appreciate that we are so lucky to do what we do and to enjoy it and to find joy out of doing it. Just the simple fact of making something because you want to, the fact that you have that want and you have that drive in you, we are so lucky to have that. Because this is what it's all about. If we want to make stuff, that's what it's all about. That's what we do. That's why we do what we do, because we want to. And I love that about it. There's just this innate want that goes, I've got these ideas in my head and I need to do something about it. I don't want to let them sit there. I know that there is potential there for these to be a thing, for it to happen, for it to be made, and you just do it. And I love that about it. And we get better at it. And we love it. And we share it. That's the thing. That's the thing that the bear taught me. That whole thing of caring for each other, like being able to share what you do with someone else, and that's an act of care. I loved that about that show. Serving a beautifully cooked deal to someone is an act of like, I'm sharing this with you and I'm caring for you by doing this, because you will find so much love in this and so much joy out of it that you will feel taken care of. And providing entertainment, providing the food, providing anything like that, something that you can treat as an art form and give it to someone else and give that gift of art to someone else is such a beautiful act of caring for that person and such a beautiful act of love. And I love it. Anyway, that's enough from me. What a funny way to end it. this is what GDIME After Dark entails, I guess. A little bit of passion, maybe. Good chat today, guys. Good chat, really good chat. Wow, yeah, I enjoyed that. That felt very cathartic. Hopefully, it did to listen to as well. Maybe you can, maybe you can't even see my mouth. The ISO is up the ISO is down pretty low on the camera. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Hope to see you next week for some more GDIME. Remember, if there's anything you want me to talk about, feel free to check it in the comments. I read all of them. The one thing that I forget to read sometime is the Spotify Q&A section. I don't really know what that is in general. I definitely forgot to read it for today's episode. But if you ever have a question, feel free to mainly YouTube is where I'll say it. That's what I read just before I record, and throughout the week, of course. But thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Happy GDIME, mate. And I'll see you next week for some more GDIME fun. And hopefully a new video. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.